Hello everybody and welcome to a new gameplay series for Songs of Six of mine. This is going to be POLYXO, the City of Gems. We're playing version 63, the one with the tourism, and my plan is to create a real marvelous city that's beautiful and going to be lots of gemstones. I wrote that map specifically for that, hence the name. And yeah, my plan is to do a human Dondorian society that's going to have a good time here in a relatively harsh biome. We don't have too much fertile ground. We really only have two sources of wood. We don't have too much water. I specifically selected this region because I found it a really cool challenge to begin with. And it's also a pretty gemstone rich region. It's literally the best that I got together. So we got this deposit here. Humans love gemstones. That's why I chose this site. And I felt like for a city that shall bring touristic marvels, gemstones are really awesome. And we have above ground Scythalon deposits. And to round things up, I have made use of the new function. There's scripts now that you can activate when you start up a game. The game itself has standard settings, but I've activated the dig too deep script, which says that something weird and bad can happen if we dig too deep into the mountains. And since I've spent so much time in the Dwarf Fortress in the last couple of months or weeks, however we want to call it, time is relative down there, it felt like the perfect continuation. So I hope you guys will follow me into the journey of making this a wonderful city and exploring the new version together. So I'm starting out with a lot of people here. We have 65 citizens. We have 1,000 research points. That's because I have past achievements that gave me titles that give you these bonuses. So we have a bit of a fast start here. Master of Bargains, Crafter, Leader, Negotiator, and Ruler. You get these by playing the game a lot. So we will have a faster start, and there's a lot of new things again. So whenever I start playing a new version of Songs of Six, the user interface looks different, and it's the same again. So my workforce is now somewhere else. The research tree has been reordered again. So there's a lot of things that we ought to do. But first off, let's talk about the map itself. I've positioned my throne here because I felt like this is a good point to start at. We have the wood up here. I've already checked most of the fertile soil is in this belt here. Just a sec. I shall show you. Here we go. So, fertility base and fertility, interesting. So whatever, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. So we have most of this fertile soil here in this region, in the same region where we are going to make our lumber industry happen. So I figured that we can make a small time lumber industry happen here, and in the course of the time we're going to expand on over here. There's going to be some agriculture in this region here because it's going to be good. I guess pastures will be a thing too, and we do fishing. So I think food-wise we should be okay, even though the fertility of this map tile is pretty crappy. I think it was around 30 or 40% on average, so we really don't have that much fertile soil. And in the long run, we're going to expand down here into these caverns where we have gemstones, ore, and coal. So we got the whole metal producing industry down there, and for the Dondorian quarter later down the road, we have an area here, and I plan to make Dondorian quarters here or there, so we have some time to go through the narrative of digging too deep. So let's get started, shall we? So first things first, as usual, we do require a warehouse. You never will get anything done without a proper warehouse, so let's get started with that. So logistics it is, right on. So let's think about the first area. I'm going to build towards here because these are the building parts of the city. We even have some stone deposit here. It's going to be interesting. Above earth quarrying. I'm not used to that. So we're going to set up our first warehouse in this vicinity. And since we got so many people there, we also can go and make it quite a large one to begin with. I'm usually not spamming out the super large constructions, but this time we're going to start big. And I'm noticing that we're finally seeing the walls while we're dragging and dropping the building. Oh my god, I love this new version already. There are already some seriously annoying parts of the old version being fixed out here. I appreciate the effort deeply. Okay then, so let's get ourselves some entrances here, and we're going to make sure that this whole place has some stability. We gotta get rid of those yellow thingies there. Let's make one like that, one like that. All right. So this is going to be pretty much the heart of the city to begin with. So we're going to pump this thing full with crates, you know. We're going to need a lot of them. So even though I'm not going to go and put up too many to begin with, we're just going to leave it like that, so the starting investment isn't too terribly high. We have a lot of wood that we got to carry on over there. I mean, I'm actually already considering to build that thing here out of stone because we got so much above ground stone. Yes, we do that. So project 1. I'll also get them to clear those rocks. There we go. Fine rocks. I'm doing this warehouse with stone, or I'm making this warehouse with stone because, you know, stone degrades slower, so there's less repairs necessary. And this is going to be one lasting part of the city. So let's get started with a nice fishery here again. Oh, look at that! Much more descriptive. Ah. I already enjoy the quality of life in this new version by just playing it less than 20 minutes. Well done, seriously. As somebody who has played this game quite a lot, I see these improvements with great pleasure, and this is again one of the reasons why I always wholeheartedly recommend this game to everybody who's looking for a good early access title. So I'm allocating all these fishing tiles here. The blue area here on land is going to be the area where we're going to drop the harvest or the bounty, however you want to call it. And I'm going to include as little as possible of the remaining area there. So yeah, that's nice. That's a nice one. This will be already a good backbone to live off for our city, because, you know, food is always of utmost importance. So we're going to start with that, because basically as soon as you have enough food for your city, nobody will ever be unhappy again unless you grow your city too big. But what I'm trying to say is, as long as you have food, you are in a safe spot, you know. I like to get my city into equilibrium. So my god, how large can I make this one fishery? It's amazing. I'm so happy that I can really gather a lot of this oasis with one building. 24 workers. Hot damn. That's nice. So we're going to make a few more here. So we got a nice large area there. I didn't expect this to be that large, you know. Ah, here. Now we have reached the maximum dimensions. This is an awesome starting fishery. So, oh, area is not connected. Oh, God. So, that's usually the case when here. There's one grid. It's inaccessible. Nah. Okay, so these problems persist. So let's see. Can only assume where the culprit is. Probably this one. Okay, not all the annoying parts are gone, I see. So probably it's because it's too much around the slope. Area is not connected. So I'm pretty sure that this area is connected, so we're going to try and do our best by convincing the game that there is no problem. Alright, does that work? Yeah, that does the trick. So obviously the land area there had to be connected as well. We need a bit of furniture for the storage, but that ain't a big problem. We're just going to import us some. And auxiliaries, so for a large building like that, we do require a couple of more of them. There we go. So 58 pieces of furniture, I hope. Yeah, we do have enough money for that. So first things first, we do request an import of furniture because I really don't want to. Let's do a special order. And, well, we're going to buy ourselves 144 of these. Okay, so we got that, we got that. Let's build a hunter, and then we maybe start thinking about letting the time run, actually. But, you know, the preparations are really important. Look at that, the hunter is now a... Interesting, okay. Hunter is now a prefab building, okay? Many things have changed. Okay, so I'm going to put that down next to that thing. All right, good. So we got a hunter, we got a warehouse, and we got a fishery. So release the dudes. Well, let's see what they're going to do here. So wavering loyalty. Well, sorry, we just started out. Okay, so they're swarming to get the stuff done. Alrighty. The good news about all that is we got a lot of idle hands, so it should be not a big issue at all. And the import of furniture should be just in time that we're going to be able to deliver that to the fishery. I want to get the food situation under control for my people as the very first thing that we're taking care of. So let's see. Slow down a tiny little bit. And roads, there it is. So what do we have here? Dirt road. Plaza, that's a new one. Painted road of top quality stone. Nice. All right, we have some new stuff. I'm going to go for... oh, we don't even have stone road yet. Of course, we have to research things first. Yeah, but, you know, roads do make people happy. Never underestimate the power of roads. Seriously, it's weird like that. But in Songs of Six, your people get happy if there's roads. And why is everything so blue all of a sudden? Is it winter? Well, it was winter. Jeez. This biome has some freaky colors. I'm not used to that. Anyways, so let's see. They're still clearing out the areas for the construction's sake. Well, let's see how things will work out. I'm not assigning any new work projects here because I really want to get the warehouse and the food producing industries done as the very first thing that gets done here. And I know this game quite well. If you assign too many different things to these people, they get nothing done anymore. So, you want to get a job done in time, make sure there's not too many jobs, especially at the beginning of the game. So, the hunter is already employed, wonderful, and I think the warehouse is almost ready. Nice. Well done, my friends. You rock. And yeah, the furniture is also getting in there. I hope they're going to build the warehouse real quick, because I really don't want to... Why did somebody get mauled? Care to explain? Well, I don't know what they're doing. What I do know is the game looks better in this new version. I find it hard to put the finger on it, how it feels like the animations are smoother, the sprites are nicer, you know? So, finally the warehouse is done. Right on. So we have a dead person, that means we totally need to go and put up a grave. So we're going to bury that poor sod down there. So put up a grave there. Boom. Because there's nothing worse than people being dead, lying around all over the place. Spells doom. Okay, so we are producing now. Food and leather. Okay, so we're going to allocate a couple of crates. 5 for meat. 5 for leather, because these things are really, really massively valuable. 5 for fish. 5 for stone. 5 for wood. So, did I forget anything too important? Yes, furniture is really important at the moment right now, and we should bring up a pasture for the livestock. If they aren't already gone, we'll see about that. So we got tons of homeless people, so let's bring up some housing. Oh gosh. So for some reason, my taskbar in the background pops up, and when it does, the game phases out. It's really, really annoying. Okay, so let's go for the housing. We're going to build stone housing because, you know, why not? And we're not going to go for apartments, we're going to go for regular houses. Jeez, they're costly. Oh boy, there's now a... they aren't free anymore. Jeez. We got a lot of people that we need to supply with housing, so... Alright. That's going to be a challenge. Anyways, we're going to tackle it. I'm just wondering now, where will we put up the housing here? So we're definitely going to put up some housing here in the vicinity of the fishery. Let's see, do they make noise? I don't know anymore. Brr, where's the noise? There's the noise. So no noise. Great. So we can definitely just put the houses right next to the fishery. So we put a few of these here. Boom, there we go. So, let's see. I mean, basically, we should get into a stable-ish situation rather sooner than later. So to make sure that these things work out, let's bring up Hearth. That always lights up the spirit. We also will bring up a speaker. It's always a super cheap way of getting your people some entertainment and important things. A well goes there as well. I mean, they are close to water, but they consider the existence of a well, or they did consider the existence of a well as something pleasant, you know. And let's make sure. Let's see. Oh, we got the laboratory as well, so let's plan that thing through. Okay. Nothing's happening in the warehouse. I must look if there's enough workers there. Might be the case that there aren't. So if we have housing in the vicinity, let's put up a small lavatory here as well. Let's just make it 12 on 12. Yeah, I like this idea. Whoops. Wait a sec. Do it like that. That's here. So I'm still not used to the new designators. I'm used to calculate the walls in myself. I'm not used to being so spoiled. So let's bring the latrines. Does this work like that? Can I make that happen? Yay! My design works. Awesome. We got 100% efficiency, and I think we are using the interior of this place quite well. But I think we should really order ourselves some more furniture. I mean, at the end of the day, we can't produce that ourselves. I know. But furniture is one thing that's tremendously slow made. And I always love to have that done real fast. Okay, speaking about real fast, let's wait for our people to get their stuff done. So, yeah, here. Let's put up auto employment for the warehouse, so stuff gets hauled in there finally. Oh, the hearth is looking way fancier now. Yeah, there's so many pleasant overhauls now. Can we please now build the mass grave? Please, pretty, please. And after that, we're going to bring up the new pasture. So there's still homeless people, but the number is reducing. Okay, obviously they were going to require to build a road down there as well. Let's do this. I mean, there's also obviously a terrible lot of stone line around there, so it's fine. Alright, our stockpiles of wood are full. Like, full. And I think it looks like we're actually out of rock. And that's why they're not building the mass grave there. Okay, so officially we got some food in there, and all hunters are finally bringing in some product as well. And we got a lot of livestock, so we definitely will work on that now next. So let's see if we... So, what animals do we humans like most, or the Dondorians like most? So, there is no particular passion for any of these. So, Entelodont are the highest food income. Aurochs are a good income of leather and food, whereas Gloptians are providing eggs. Will we require any eggs? So let's check out the preferences. So humans love eggs. How about you guys? You don't care about eggs. You care about fish. Nice. Okay, so that means what exactly? Does it? Is this a region where we can actually breed Gloptians, or however they are called? So let's see. I ain't got no clue, but well, for starters, we're going to bring up the. I'm torn. Let's start with some Entelodons. Okay, we need to bring up the fertility by ourselves. So, yeah. Let's see. Trying to go for maximum room size, because that's just way to go, you know. So let's go for something like that. Yeah, here we get a nice total fertility into that thing. Boom. So that's gonna be 30 workers in there, but it's fine, you know. I have experience with these things, and I can totally say it is worth it. So we are going to get ourselves a big meat industry via that in the long run, and it's totally worth investing right now already. Okay, so let's turn off the layers and okay, let's connect that here as well. It's a fine start for the city, isn't it? I really like where we're headed right now. We are already getting in some sanitary stuff. Warehouse is looking nice, but I think it's really about time that we're increasing our capacity in the warehouse as well. Oh yeah, we are also ought to bring up some crates for veg and fruit, so we can actually see our stockpiles. So we got clothes and rations. I'll reserve one crate for these things so they can get properly stored, because I don't like it when things aren't properly stored, you know? Right on. So, that's gonna take a moment there, but it's okay. I know that these things are so totally worth it, you know? Oh, look, the water, it's looking fancy. So many things are looking much fancier than before. I really dig that. So, the lavatory, it's in business. So, do we have another mauled person. So, oh, I see. They're getting killed there. That's what's happening. We have some fun Smilodon. So, there's clothing. Okay, so that's killing the people. I see. Nasty wildlife is a new thing, you know? That hasn't been a thing in the past. Probably the reason why our hunter wasn't that terribly rich in income so far, because the hunters had a knack for dying. Okay, what a nice start. I love my new home. So I think it's a great idea that we're swapping on over into different ways of food acquisition. So, speaking about which, let's start and harvest wild edibles, you know? This is not much, but as a matter of fact, it's total waste not to grab these when you're living right next to them, you know? These filters, they are looking so much more useful nowadays. I really, really like that. Okay, so finally we got ourselves a proper readout about our food situation there. And I really would love to have some farming going on as soon as possible. But on the other hand, it ain't necessary. It ain't that necessary. Okay. So let's put this place also on auto-employ. Because I don't know if we really need 25 herders. But I do know that this will get our city on its feet in terms of food production. So we got now a stable fishery. We got a place where they can relieve themselves. We got a preliminary town center. I think we're on a good spot here. So the next thing that I want to do is refurnishing. So we are now able to get ourselves a lot more crates in there. And since we are basically only starting out and we do require so much more stuff, it's going to be super important that we're amping this up now. In case you are wondering why I didn't do this from the beginning, things in this game deteriorate when they are not in a warehouse, so it was super important for me to get the starting items that we had out of the open as fast as possible. And, you know, cranking up a huge warehouse right at the beginning can delay things. I'm not sure if this is really, really that important, or if I'm hyperventilating and it would be actually better to do it otherwise. I've never been a player here that tried to min-max hard or get the highest amount of efficiency out of every situation. I'm mostly a narrative-driven player, trying to build fun things and beautiful things that somehow work well. So, we got ourselves a lot of crates now in there. I think I've used up. Here's a cranny here and there. We haven't filled this out fully. Okay, so 65,000 units of something can be stored in there now. That's a great start. I do know by chance that we got all the necessary material inside of the warehouse already, so it ain't going to be much of a problem. Obviously, though, we do require a bit more housing now. So I'm going to bring up some housing here in the vicinity of the pastures. If I remember correctly, the pastures were also not noisy, however that works. I feel like we now employ over 25 in our... Cool! That's a new feature. Nice. So stacking up an industry to a certain level gets now a reward in terms of specialization. Amazing. So I think I'm totally overdoing it as of now in terms of size of that apartment housing area here. But I do know that in the future we are going to require that housing, and I also know that I'll be putting up farms and whatnot in this area, so that means these houses, while they might be not used now, they will get used very soon. I'm very positive about that. All right, everybody, I'd say we are on a brilliant spot to say goodbye for today. So POLYXO has a nice start. We have a crossroads. We have a really big production of food. So that's a really good point to start at. Next time, I don't know where we're going to go next time. Definitely going to bring up some manufacturing businesses. I don't know. We'll see then. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I do. I love this game. New version looking hot. And yeah, oh god, I think I should unemploy those hunters. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a subscription if you haven't done so already, because, you know, I do daily stuff and I'd be really glad to have you there. And in the description box, you will find links to support this channel. There's PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee. A big thanks to all the supporters of this channel. You guys are really doing a lot of great things, and I hope to see you next time. And thanks for watching this ad roll. It means a lot more than you might think. See you there.